Bonjour et bienvenue à Language Place. Dans cette leçon, on va aborder un sujet un peu distinct et spécial qu'on appelle le discours rapporté en français. Le discours rapporté, reported speech in French. Reported speech, discours rapporté. You can also call it indirect speech. So, reported speech can come for three different formats. We can have reported speech for questions. We can have reported speeches for sentences. We can also have for orders or commands. So let's start with questions. Est-ce que form of asking questions simply means in English yes or no format of asking questions? For example, if I say, are you going out? Yes, I'm going out. No, I'm not going out. We use est-ce que to ask such questions. We use est-ce que to ask yes or no questions in French. So let's see an example. Le professeur demande, est-ce que Valérie est malade? Est-ce que Valérie est malade? Est-ce que Valérie est malade? Question mark. Est-ce que Valérie est malade? Which means, is Valérie sick? Is Valérie sick? Remember, yes or no question. Yes, Valérie is sick. No, Valérie is not sick. Now, how do I report this question? Probably we have a third person that is present when the lecturer is asking this question. Is Valérie sick? So I want to say the lecturer asks or is asking whether Valérie is sick. Now I'm reporting the question. The lecturer is asking whether Valérie is sick. We say le professeur demande si Valérie est malade. Le professeur demande si Valérie est malade. In short, whenever you want to report a question with est-ce que, you use the word si. Si here means if or whether. Whenever you want to report yes or no questions in French, you use si. You use si. So in English, the lecturer asks, or the lecturer is asking, is Valérie sick? Is Valérie sick? And also report it. The lecturer is asking if Valérie is sick, or the lecturer is asking whether Valérie is sick. Reported speech in French. So let's see the next points. Qu'est-ce que means what? Qu'est-ce que means what? While ce que also means what? Ce que also means what? What's the difference? Aussi. Qu'est-ce que, the example, le marchand demande, qu'est-ce que vous désirez? Qu'est-ce que vous désirez? Qu'est-ce que vous désirez? Le marchand demande, qu'est-ce que vous désirez? Le marchand means the seller. Le marchand, the seller. The seller asks, what do you desire? What do you want? What do you want? Qu'est-ce que means what? Vous désirez means you desire. So what do you want or what do you desire? Now I want to report that question. The seller asks, what do you desire? How do I report it? I say the seller is asking for what you desire. In French, how do I say that? Qu'est-ce que changes to ce que? Ce que. Qu'est-ce que. So let's see. Le marchand demande ce que vous désirez. In this context, it is no more a question. It is reported. It is reported. When it is direct, it is a question. But once you report it, it has become a sentence. Ça va? That is reported speech. So we say, le marchand demande ce que vous désirez. That is, the seller is asking for what you want or for what you desire. Vous voyez? So let's see the third one. Qu'est-ce qui and ce qui. Qu'est-ce qui also means what. Qu'est-ce qui also means what. So what's the difference between qu'est-ce qui here and qu'est-ce que here? Since they both mean what. We'll see that very soon. Let's see the example. Ma mère demande qu'est-ce qui t'a piqué? Qu'est-ce qui t'a piqué? Ma mère demande qu'est-ce qui t'a piqué? Qu'est-ce qui t'a piqué? Qu'est-ce qui t'a piqué? That is, what stung you? What stung you? Probably an insect, probably anything. Qu'est-ce qui t'a piqué? Ma mère demande, qu'est-ce qui t'a piqué? My mother asks, what stung you? Now to report that question in English, I would say, my mother is asking for what stung me. In French, how do I say that? Qu'est-ce qui changes to ce qui? Qu'est-ce qui changes to ce qui? Ce qui. So, ma mère demande ce qui m'a piqué. Ma mère demande ce qui m'a piqué. Ma mère demande ce qui m'a piqué. My mother is asking for what stung me. Ma mère demande ce qui m'a piqué. Now what's the difference between qu'est-ce qui and qu'est-ce que? We use qu'est-ce qui whenever the words we are referring to did something. That what did something. That's what is the subject of this. That is what stung me. That's when we use qu'est-ce qui. While we use qu'est-ce que when we're asking for what. That is someone wants something like qu'est-ce que vous désirez. We'll see more examples later. So, in short, questions, you can also report questions in French. Whenever you have a question that starts with est-ce que and you want to report it, you change it to si. So instead of saying le professeur demande est-ce que, non, you say le professeur demande si Valérie est malade. Also, qu'est-ce que, instead of saying le marchand demande qu'est-ce que, when you want to report it, you say le marchand demande ce que vous désirez. The same thing here, qu'est-ce qui changes to ce qui, and so you say ma mère demande ce qui m'a piqué. Ma mère demande ce qui est tombé. Ma mère demande quoi que ce soit. Bon, très bien. Let's see other examples. We can also have questions that start with interrogative adverbs like comment, pourquoi, où, combien, quand. These are interrogative adverbs. This means how. This means why. This means where. This means how. While this means when. This means how many or how much. 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 So how do we report questions like this? How do we report questions that have these interrogative adverbs? Let's see. Let's start with comment. Comment. I can say le marchand demande comment allez-vous? Le marchand demande comment allez-vous? That is, the seller asks, how are you doing? How are you? Le marchand demande comment allez-vous? How do I report this question? Probably a third person wants to report and tells me, the seller is asking how you are doing. In French, how do I say that? How do I report it? To report questions with interrogative adverbs, no stress at all. You simply repeat the interrogative adverb. So let's see, I say, le marchand demande. What next? I simply repeat it. Comment vous allez? Remember, le marchand demande comment vous allez. Le marchand demande comment vous allez. Remember, in this first format, which is direct, this is a question using the inverted format. The inverted format. But in this reported speech, you don't invert anything because it is no more a question. It is reported. So you say, le marchand demande comment vous allez. Le marchand demande comment vous allez. This could also be le marchand demande comment je vais. And it could also be le marchand demande comment nous allons. Le marchand demande comment nous allons. Notice, it is only the subject that is changing. So when do we say this? When do we say this? When do we say this? It depends on the person reporting the speech. It depends on the person reporting the speech. If I say le marchand demande comment vous allez, it means it is a third person that was present when the seller was asking me. So the third person is telling me again, the seller is asking you how you are doing. Respond. That is for comment vous allez. Now for this, probably I am the one reporting the speech. The seller is asking me, so I'm reporting it. Le marchand demande comment je vais, how I'm doing, how I am doing. Now for this, probably this vous here refers to a group of people, more than one person. We can say le marchand demande comment nous allons because it changes to we. So all you have to know for now is interrogative questions that start with interrogative adverbs. Don't demand too much stress when you want to report them. So let's see another adverb. I can say le professeur demande à Eugénie pourquoi est-ce que vous venez en retard? Pourquoi est-ce que vous venez en retard? That is, why are you coming late? Pourquoi est-ce que vous venez en retard? Why are you coming late? So how do I report this question? Remember, whenever you have questions that start with an interrogative adverb, nothing changes. No stress. All you have to do is repeat the adverb and say le professeur demande à Eugénie. Le professeur demande à Eugénie. Le professeur demande à Eugénie pourquoi elle vient en retard. This means it is a third person reporting. Imagine the teacher or lecturer is asking Eugénie, why are you coming late? And let's say there's a third person that wants to report. Saying the teacher is asking Eugénie why she's coming late or why she comes late. Pourquoi elle means she. Why she comes late. Le professeur demande à Eugénie pourquoi elle vient en retard. Le professeur demande à Eugénie pourquoi elle vient en retard. So whenever we have interrogative adverbs, no stress. To report interrogative adverbs questions or to report questions that have interrogative adverbs like comment, pourquoi, où, combien, quand, you don't have to stress yourself. All you have to do is repeat this part, then the adverb, then what the person follows. So let's see the examples. Papa demande où vas-tu? Papa demande où vas-tu? That is, where are you going? Où vas-tu? Papa asks, where are you going? So how do I report that question? How do I report it and say, Papa is asking where she's going, or Papa is asking where you are going? How do I report it? All I do is, Papa demande, I repeat this part, then I repeat the interrogative adverb. Papa demande où, then the person, whether she is going, elle va, whether I am going, je vais, whether you are going, tu vas. This person, the person that you use here, depends on the person reporting. It depends on the person reporting. All you have to do is understand this question, then repeat the first part, the interrogative adverb, and then the person. So let's see another example. Mon grand-père se demande combien coûtent 3 oranges. Mon grand-père se demande combien coûtent 3 oranges. Now, se demander. Se demander means to wonder. To wonder. Se demander. It means to wonder. My grandpa wonders how much are 3 oranges. How much? What's the price of 3 oranges? Mon grand-père se demande combien coûtent 3 oranges. So how do I report that question? All I do is I repeat this part, the interrogative adverb, and then what follows. Mon grand-père se demande combien 3 oranges coûtent. Mon grand-père se demande combien 3 oranges coûtent. Remember, this is direct. Mon grand-père is asking, how much are 3 oranges? What's the price of 3 oranges? Now, I'm the one reporting grandpa's question. My grandpa wonders how much 3 oranges cost. Now, I am reporting the question of my grandpa. So, mon grand-père se demande combien 3 oranges coûtent. So, let's see the next one. Mon frère demande quand pars-tu? This is from the verb partir. Partir. Partir means to leave. Mon frère demande quand pars-tu? Quand pars-tu? Quand pars-tu means when are you leaving? When are you leaving? Quand means when. When are you leaving? So this is direct. You can see it. Mon frère demande quand pars-tu? Now I want to report that question. How do I report it? Mon frère demande quand. All I do, I repeat the interrogative adverb. Mon frère demande quand, and then what comes next depends on the person reporting. If it's a third person, mon frère demande quand tu pars. That is, my brother is asking when you are leaving. If I am the one, that is, if it is my brother asking, mon frère demande quand pars-tu? And I want to report his question. That is, my brother is asking when I am leaving. I say, mon frère demande quand je pars. Quand je pars. All you have to do whenever you have questions that start with interrogative adverbs, you repeat the first part of the question, then the interrogative adverb, and then the person reporting follows. Très bien. So that is that for questions. Now let's see how we report normal sentences in French. Remember, we can report questions, sentences, and commands. How to report sentences in French. So let's see a sentence, for example. Mes sœurs disent, ils sont au marché. Mes sœurs disent, ils sont au marché. My sisters say, or my sisters are saying, they are in the market. They are in the market. Or let's say this ils refers to a group of boys. My sisters are saying, they are in the market. Mes sœurs disent, ils sont au marché. How do I report this sentence? How do I report this sentence? I say, my sisters are saying that they are in the market. Normally, whenever we have sentences like this, that are not questions, but are just sentences, or better still, declarative sentences, they are just giving information. How do we report sentences like this? All you have to do is you add que. So to report it, I say, mes sœurs disent que mes sœurs disent qu'ils sont au marché. Now, there is something that will happen here. We can't say mes sœurs disent qu'ils. No. So, this erases this and it becomes qu'il. Qu'il. This is what we call l'élision. In French, vowels don't clash. So, instead of two vowels clashing, the second one, we remove the first one and it is replaced with apostrophe. L'élision. So we say, mes sœurs disent qu'ils sont au marché. Mes sœurs disent qu'ils sont au marché. Mes sœurs disent qu'ils sont au marché. All you have to do is add que. That is, my sisters are saying that. Que means that. My sisters are saying that, or my sisters say that they are in the market. My sisters say that they are in the market. I can also say mon père avoue, il a faim. Mon père avoue, il a faim. That is, my father confesses, he's hungry. He's hungry. He's hungry. Mon père avoue, il a faim. Mon père avoue, il a faim. Now remember, this is direct speech. This is direct speech. To report this, I would say, mon père, remember, mon père means father. Mon père avoue qu'il a faim. Mon père avoue qu'il a faim. Mon père means father. Avouer means confesses. Mon père confesses, my father confesses. Mon père avoue qu'il a faim. What do? You simply add que. Que means that. That is, my father confesses that he is hungry. My father confesses that he is hungry. So, let's see the last sentence for declarations. I can say, les étudiants Les étudiants disent nous sommes en classe. The students say we are in class. The students say we are in class. How do I report that? How do I report that? All I have to do is add que, because this is a sentence. This is a sentence. When that which we have in apostrophe or in quotation marks, when that which we have in quotation marks is a sentence, is a declarative sentence, not a question. And once we report it, we use que. So I say, les étudiants disent, what comes next? Que. Les étudiants disent que. Les étudiants disent que. Now, what comes next? It depends on the person reporting. The students say, we are in class. That is, it is the students saying, we are in class. The students say, we are in class. How do I report it? If it is a third person reporting it, it would be, the students are saying that they are in class. Because it's a third person. The person reporting is not amidst or amongst the students. So this will be, the students are saying that they are in class. So that will be, these les étudiants disent qu'ils sont en classe. Les étudiants disent qu'ils sont en classe. Les étudiants disent qu'ils sont en classe. Très bien. So that is that for sentences. How do we report commands or orders? Commands or orders. We'll see that. Let's see that now. How to report commands and orders. Remember, questions, sentences, and commands can be reported. So when they say reported speech, it's not only about sentences. You can report questions, you can also report commands. So let's see these examples. First one, le prêtre commande aux auditeurs. Sortez. Sortez means go out. That is another in imperative tense from the verb sortir. Sortir means to go out. Sortir means to go out. So, le prêtre commands, go out. That is, go out everyone. Go out. Sortez. Sortez. How do I report that? Probably I'm third person, I'll say. Probably I was observing the priest from, let's say from far away. I can say the priest told the people to go out. Or the priest is telling the people to go out. The priest is ordering everyone to go out. Le prêtre commande aux auditeurs de sortir. What do you notice? This changes to the infinitive form. This changes to the unconjugated form, which is sortir, and then it is preceded by de. So we can say, to report orders or commands in French, you add de. Then put the verb back in its infinitive form. So let's see the second sentence. L'inspecteur ordonne au jeune homme, agenouille-toi. Agenouille-toi. This is from the verb s'agenouiller. S'agenouiller means to kneel. To kneel. S'agenouiller. To kneel. L'inspecteur ordonne au jeune homme, kneel. Kneel. How do I report that? How do I report that? Remember, to report commands, you use de, and then you put this back in its infinitive form. So I say, l'inspecteur ordonne au jeune homme de s'agenouiller. S'agenouiller means to kneel, and it is a pronominal verb. It is a pronominal verb. We can't say se agenouiller, so we say s'agenouiller. Se agenouiller would have been wrong because this E and A would have clashed. So this makes us to take this away and gives us s'agenouiller. S'agenouiller. This process is called l'élision. L'élision. S'agenouiller means to kneel. So in short, agenouille-toi means kneel. Kneel. But once I'm reporting it, I don't say the inspector ordered the young man to kneel down. No. The inspector ordered the young man to kneel. To kneel. Reported speech. We will report commands too. The inspector ordered the young man. Kneel. The inspector ordered the young man to kneel. That's the difference between direct speech and reported speech. So let's say the third sentence or the third example. La directrice dit fermez les yeux. Fermez les yeux. La directrice dit fermez les yeux. The director said, or the director says, close your eyes. Close your eyes. La directrice dit fermez les yeux. How do I report that? La directrice dit fermez les yeux. Remember, to report commands, I first use de, then I change this to the infinitive form. This is derived from the verb fermer. So I say, la directrice dit de fermer les yeux. The director is ordering us to close our eyes. La directrice dit de fermer les yeux. So that's it. In short, to report commands, remember, you use de, then you put the verb back in its unconjugated form, that is the infinitive form. For questions, remember, yes or no questions. For est-ce que, yes or no questions always start with est-ce que. So to report them, we use si. While questions that start with adverbs like quand, comment, pourquoi, you simply repeat those adverbs. Now for sentences, you use que, and for commands, you use de. Commands, le prêtre commande aux auditeurs de sortir, l'inspecteur ordonne au jeune homme de s'agenouiller, la directrice dit de fermer les yeux. Let's modify this and say la directrice nous dit, that is, the director is telling us, la directrice nous dit, la directrice nous dit, la directrice nous dit, dit. Or better still, la directrice nous dit de fermer les yeux, that is, the director is telling us to close our eyes. The director is telling us to close our eyes. So that's that. La directrice nous dit de fermer les yeux. For commands, never forget to add de. Never forget to add de. Bon, merci. On est arrivé à la fin de cette leçon pour le discours rapporté. Dans la prochaine classe, on va voir le discours rapporté, deuxième partie. Merci et à la prochaine.